What's good, YouTube? We back again. We got two videos in one day, but I'm here to talk about, I've been waiting to talk about all week. I've been waiting for this video all week, bro. It's time for Alabama and Nick Saban to end Ed Orgeron and LSU, this era LSU, bro. It's time for them to end it. Y'all remember that video I showed y'all a few weeks ago with Ed Orgeron? Y'all know the video. Roll Tide, FU, all that crap. Y'all know what I'm talking about. He on the 50-yard line talking about this our house. Fuck Alabama. Y'all remember that. Y'all remember that. Everybody remember that, bro. But it's time for Alabama to shut this down. Now, this is kind of odd, bro. I'm so used to this being on CBS, either a 2:30 or a 7 o'clock primetime game. But, I mean, it's still going to be primetime, but we on ESPN. That's how down bad they is at LSU, man. That's how down bad they is. But I told y'all they was gonna pay for their sins for what they did in 2019, but it's just a joke I always say. But realistically, I said LSU would be back to not being the top dogs. When I said that, I thought they'd be like 3 or 4 losses every season, but they already got 4 losses, and we just not getting in November, bro. This 2 years in a row, this crap to happen. But I mean, I ain't mad at it. Clemson not doing good. LSU not doing good. Dan Mullen not over there doing good with his Karen Littell. So I ain't too mad about it. But LSU will be without a lot of starters. Of course, Stingley, all them boys. Ricks. I want to say who is it? Flott. They will not be without. Anthony, the outside linebacker. It's a bunch of other people they will not be without. Who else? Why do my OBS's freeze? Bro, my OBS is froze. Alright, we back. I don't know what happened. We back. But who else I was finna say? Oh, and Miles Brennan is finna transfer. I expected that. I was expecting it to be this season, but he didn't know he was gonna end up having another setback. And both of his injuries really happened without game wise, except for the Mississippi State injury they had at the beginning of last year. But do I really think LSU can be back to being LSU the next few years? I don't know. I think it's a lot of stuff in the background that's been going down at LSU that they're not releasing. Besides that, Ed Orgeron stuff, bringing females around practice field. Even though Miles Brennan and all those people try to deny it, which I kind of don't believe it, but I feel like off the field stuff, he has been doing a lot of stuff, but it's LSU, bro. I don't know what goes on there. Y'all remember the Les Miles stuff they covering up? Yeah, Orgeron was basically a part of that crap too. But that's something that we're not going to talk about. But they covering crap up just like the NBA covering crap up with the Suns on it. It's just not coming out and stuff. But anyway, let's get to the point. It's revenge season. Nick Saban's downplaying. Brian Robinson ain't downplaying. Brian Robinson said he remembered that feeling. He wants to get his stuff back from what happened 2 years ago when they came on field. Now you see what happened last year. We were 52-14, but I feel like Nick Saban kind of pulled the plug and said, you know what, let's chill, let's move on to next week. I'm kind of glad he did that because we played Arkansas. It was a little early game, and but do I think we're gonna run through LSU this week? Yes, but I'm also, you never know with LSU. You never know if they can, like they did against Florida. You never know if their offense is going to come out on point or they're going to come out flat. Because against Ole Miss, I thought they was going to come out and they're going to have a very good game. The first 2 drives, they looked promising. Then after that, they went back to being 2021 or 2020 LSU, if you want to say. But I don't know what to expect. I know what to expect from Alabama offensively, but defensively, I think we can control the line, but it depends on who starts in the secondary, really, honestly. If number 3, Daniel Wright, is on the field, LSU might make some plays. There's nothing against Daniel Wright, but everybody knows when he's on the field, sometimes they might get a little something because you seen they took advantage of him in the Tennessee game when he got pulled. And my boy Helms wasn't even healthy. He had to come on the field after Daniel Wright gave them 2 deep bombs. But I think in all, it's time for LSU to pay for their dues what they did 2 years ago. Basically what Ed Orgeron said. I don't even know who released the second video. I think it was that what was it? Number 5, Vincent, that they who was on Instagram Live. If that Instagram Live never came out, nobody would ever even got a hold to that video or anything. But it's time for them to pay for their sins. I think Bryce Young will have an amazing performance. I think it's time. We had this bye week. I think Nick Saban has installed the Bill O'Brien that it's time to get back to Alabama football. It's time to start controlling the line of scrimmage because you're gonna have some big games coming up. You can call this a big game, I guess. LSU Alabama big rivalry, but it ain't the same par as it has been. You're gonna have games versus Arkansas. You're gonna have games versus Auburn. You're gonna have potentially a game versus Georgia where you're gonna have to control the line of scrimmage because if Auburn wins out before they play Alabama, we're gonna have to go down that road where Alabama versus Auburn for the SEC West, which hasn't been kind for us, especially at Jordan-Hare. I don't think we won like the last 3 or 4 of them. Especially, y'all remember 2013. The kick six would still get on my nerves. 2017, even though that Iron Bowl didn't matter because we still wanted to win the national championship versus Georgia. That was the Tua game, but even though that Iron Bowl didn't matter. 2019, it wasn't for the SEC West, but we had Mac Jones, and basically it was his second start on the road. He threw them 2 interceptions, even though I think he still played amazing even besides those 2 interceptions. Those 2 interceptions came back to haunt us, but Bo Nix finally had the game of his life. And Bo Nix is actually playing pretty good these last few weeks. I will give him credit for that, but you never know with Bo Nix. Like, they go on the road this week against Texas A&M. You don't know how it's going to turn out. He might have a bad game. He might come out there and look like Johnny Manziel 2.0. You never know. Or he might come out there and look like Anthony Jennings. You never know what to do. But anyways, yeah. I think Nick Saban has installed to his team. It's time to get back to dominating the line of scrimmage. Now, the defense has shown signs. The defense has shown signs like Phil Mack is up there, Will Anderson. And we get my boy Drew Sanders back this week. Well, it's not guaranteed, but it's like the 80% chance. We finally get Drew Sanders back this week. He was big. He was big. He was big in the games that he played. We missed him, especially the A&M game. We missed him. We definitely missed him. But I think Nick Saban has installed to his team. It's time to control the line of scrimmage. I think Jamison Williams will have a big game this week. So will Mechie. And maybe B-Rob. I say maybe B-Rob because I think they're going to attack LSU secondary because they know they're shorthanded. I think we will attack their secondary. But hopefully, I hope we run the ball, bro. I hope we run the ball. It's time to get back to being the real Alabama, bro. Dominating the line of scrimmage, play action passes. But against Georgia, I think we're going to pass a lot, really. Let me not get ahead of myself. In case Auburn, I still think Auburn loses this week to A&M, but us going to Jordan-Hare will be hell in a few weeks. But it's time for us to get the revenge on Ed Orgeron in his era at LSU. Even though he tried to downplay it this week, talking about, he didn't really mean nothing about that. He didn't want the video to be out there. All that crap. It's supposed to be in the locker room crap. But, hey, the video out there, you said the thing. You got to own up to it. Now, 2 years later, the job getting taken. But that ain't nothing got to do with me. You never know. He might be an analyst at Alabama in a few years. I know he can't do it in, for the first 8 months, he can't be in the SEC. It's some part of his contract or whatever. But another LSU coach getting bought out. Who would have thought? I mean, LSU fans might not have seen it 2 years ago, but everybody else seen the crap. They want to be blind witnesses to the crap, but all of us seen it. But I hope y'all have a blessed day. And Alabama, we coming. I know y'all out there, a lot of y'all are mad about the rankings. Alabama ranked number 2, Oklahoma ranked number 8. You know what? I'm going to talk about that right there before I end this video. I'm going to talk about that. Now, you got Georgia at 1, Alabama at 2, Michigan State at 3. Who else? Who was 4? Oregon. Now, y'all can get mad at us talking about that, but the standards basically the play on the field is going to control themselves. Oklahoma, they have Baylor and Oklahoma State to play. They're 11 and 12. That's going to take care of themselves. They beat them, and then they win the Big 12 championship. I guarantee you they're in the playoffs. But they want to see him complain like some of the rankings haven't been janky from the start. Like when Ohio State lost to, who was it? Iowa a few years ago, and they got dominated to some crap. They were still ranked like 5 in the first rankings or some bull crap. But like y'all, they mad at Alabama. Alabama's number 2. Y'all should be mad like teams like y'all don't see Oregon up there. Y'all don't see Ohio State up there. Like they're above some of these I can't think. Oh, undefeated teams like that all they see is Alabama because they scared of Alabama. That's literally the only thing why they're mad that Alabama's on the team. They're literally scared of Alabama. They're like, they fear Alabama even though people think if Alabama gets 2 losses, if they lose to Georgia in a close game, then that's their second loss, that they'll still make the playoffs, which I don't think is gonna happen. I think it's either Alabama goes out there and runs the table, but if they go to SEC championship and lose to Georgia, I don't think we make it. I think we go to a New Year's Six bowl, some crap like that. But we're not making the playoffs if we losing them. But in my eyes, I think we go out there and we beat Georgia because I don't think Georgia's faced a passing attack, well, really a balanced attack like us on offense, and I still don't know if their offense is capable of scoring enough points because y'all can see, even though they dominated Florida, their offense really didn't do much besides them 2 plays without them turnovers. They honestly really didn't do that much. But, yeah, the Oklahoma fans, y'all can get mad. I still don't think Oklahoma's that good. But they still control their destiny. Now, if they run the table and do all that, win the Big 12 championship, I ain't got nothing against them. But in my eyes, I think they play them next week. I think they honestly lose a close game next week to Baylor, but I think they can basically redeem that loss if I'm not mistaken, because they still play Oklahoma State, they still play Baylor, they still play Iowa State. Like they still got some big games. So, like they said, you want to play your best ball in November. November is all the important games. Like Ohio State still has important games against Michigan State. They control their destiny. Michigan, even though they lost, they ranked number 7. They control their destiny. They still got Ohio State, Penn State, all them games. Michigan State, they still got all them important games. So these rankings really don't mean nothing unless you're Cincinnati, bro. Unless you're Cincinnati. I feel bad for Cincinnati. Even though they kind of got the same type of resume as a little small school that might be undefeated. But they did get the win versus Notre Dame, even though I'm never, ever high on Notre Dame. Notre Dame is a top 10 team right now. They got their win. They went to South Bend and got the win. They went to South Bend and got the win. But basically, they really just a placeholder, to be honest. The way it's looking, they ranked number 6. They basically just a placeholder. I don't know how it's gonna go. They might just be in the New Year's Six bowl, or they may lose to SMU. You never know. Some crap might happen. But Wake Forest, they might have the weakest resume of any undefeated team. But I honestly think they deserve some respect. I'm glad they got to in the top 10. They was getting disrespected in the AP poll, but I'm kind of glad Wake Forest is getting noticed. I'm still surprised Oklahoma's ranked number 8 now. I was expecting to be like 5 or 6, but number 8. I mean, they have played bad like against Tulane, who only has 1 win, against Kansas, who only has like 1 or 2 wins, against Nebraska, who only did like 3 and 6. But I understand what the committee did, but I ain't mad at these rankings. Y'all shouldn't be too overly high. I seen people get on Twitter at 6 a.m. It was like was it Joel Klatt or something like that? The dude that works with Fox. He was over there. He's getting animated at 6 a.m. tweeting about, I don't know how Alabama's ranked number 2 and all that. Like, bro, it ain't that big of a deal. It's the first ranking. It really doesn't mean nothing if they don't win the games in November. But to be honest, I honestly think if Alabama goes into Jordan-Hare and beats Auburn soundedly, I really have a lot of confidence that next week, that if they go undefeated towards the SEC championship, and if they go on Jordan-Hare beat Auburn soundedly, I honestly have a lot of confidence that they can go into the Mercedes Superdome. Well, yeah, is it a Superdome? Mercedes-Benz Stadium, whatever they call it in Atlanta. I honestly have a lot of confidence that they can go in there and beat Georgia. But that's just my take. I hope y'all have a blessed day. I hope y'all ready for some good finish to the season for college football. But it's been your boy, Latim. I hope y'all have a blessed day and peace and roll tide, baby.